A very good day to you. We are continuing on our message on apostolic grace as we see and continue to reflect upon the grace that the Lord Jesus continues to impart upon our lives, to pour out upon our lives. It's an amazing grace. It's a grace beyond explanation. And Paul, as he's speaking to Timothy, last we were speaking on part one of apostolic grace. We were talking about how God has qualified Paul to be a trustworthy minister of the gospel, even though before he was a persecutor of the gospel itself. But now God gives him even the strength to continue to minister in ministry, even though other apostles did not feel comfortable with Paul. As we continue as we hear Paul speaking to Timothy, and as he speaks to Timothy, he begins to explain what kind of a man that he was. He uses some very strong words. He says, I was a persecutor of the church. He says, I was a very violent man. Now, those are not his words. He describes himself as a violent man. I don't know how you view that, but Paul, as he speaks it, is trying to allude to say he was violent, which means to say most people they think Paul was violent even in the gospel, but I want you to understand that Paul was aggressive in the gospel. He was not violent. His violent nature, he left it back. He would beat up people who were Christians.